Sweet, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So let me tell you guys, son, if you like NBA dunking as much as I do, then you're going to love this video, because this video is going to be just loaded with dunks, and it's not going to be me talking over them, and it's not going to be me pausing them, because I can't stand that. It's just 5 different montages of nothing but dunks. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the top 5 most devastating dunkers ever. And when I say devastating dunkers, I don't mean that like the nicest dunkers. I don't mean like when you turn on the TV to watch, you know, fancy dunk, like guys like MJ and Larry Bird. So, you know what I mean? I don't want those guys that it's just all about flash, and guys who they had a great all-around game, but they were known to throw some down. I want 5 guys that when they showed up in your arena, you had a pretty good knowledge that you were about to get dunked on and badly postered. So these are my top 5, and this is all time. And if I really, really wanted to say who in today's basketball, like right now, if anybody could even come close to being on this list, it would probably be maybe only Ja Morant. If there's anybody who's not on the list that could be on the list all time, it would definitely be Dominique Wilkins.
On the shot clock. Down low for Dominique. Baseline drive. Dominique.
Those guys are not on the list. So instead, let's talk about the guys who are. Now, I have 2 guys who are just path makers. I mean, just it doesn't matter who's standing there. They're going through. And I have 2 guys who could just, if there's people there, instead of going through, they're going to somehow go around, twisting their bodies like snakes in the air. It's just mental stuff. And then there's one guy who's kind of a combination of both. And this guy is on here. He's one of my all-time favorite players. And even though I'm a big Celtics fan, I love Dr. J. I love Dr. J. But he was one of those guys that can do anything in the air. He can contort himself and just do some crazy mesmerizing dunks. But he could also create his own lane. And this is what I love about him. He made a life out of posterizing centers. He went after your best shot blockers on purpose because that's who he wanted to dunk on. So I want to show you a little bit right now. My man, Dr. J.
I think taking the ball to the hoop and dunking the basketball, particularly against bigger opponents, was an expression of sorts.
Play for that rebound. Erving on a move. And we welcome again our Washington San Antonio viewers. Erving will take it up and in. Now watch the dot with that great extension on that right arm, coming right up on a man who stands at least 7'3" and ramming it in on him.
That's 3 team fouls already. It's only less than 3 minutes on the game.
Doctor, right side. Now watch this. Bob Gross plays him up. Doc takes the right side. He gets by him. Once he gets there, nobody stops. Gilmore's there. The Doc dumps it. What a play. Over there, and they blocked it, and that's the goal. Collins to Julius. Oh! Julius all the way. Full bore, full speed. Erving. Livingston 4 points. Julius is at 2. Julius roaring to the basket. Tucked in his hand and swung that baby way.
Well, you young guys just don't know. So now these aren't really in any kind of order, top 5. These are just my top 5. I mean, me personally, I see them all equal. You might see it a little different. So since we started out with kind of a guy who's in between the cuts, let's go with somebody who's not. Let's go with the #1 lane maker, the tractor trailer. Not the tractor trailer, because there was actually a guy with that nickname, but this guy is a human freight train. This is Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal was, most people, scary. He was just scary. When Shaq dunked, a lot of times there's a body on the floor. Somebody went down. Let the bodies hit the floor. And I'll tell you what, man, it was deserved and earned, because Shaq was a freaking monster. Check this out.
It's a 4-point swing. Offensive rebound. Penny hangs down. Check. Screen and roll. O'Neal slides the pass. O'Neal. Here's Shaquille O'Neal with the stuff led beautifully. Today. Drive under the check. A steal. Back to him. Yes. Yes. Shot out of three. Shoots the two. Oh, and Curry back into O'Neal. Triple teamed. And he shoots. Still Shaq who follows. Oh. Against Dudley. Howard by Shaquille O'Neal. But Dudley is now Jordan was starting. Bowie was coming off the bench as O'Neal follows and almost and does bring down. It's like he's a man playing against boys in there right now. Even Shaq talking to the crowd. He knew that. Look at the East bench. Shaq spins. Oh, the extra moment. Bowie for O'Neal. Here's Shaq. Hill puts it on the floor. And stops anybody. The other way. Throwing it up to Shaq.
So now we're going to get into a name that a lot of you younger guys don't know. A lot of you older guys are going to say, thank God that's on there because he was the greatest all time. And for a lot of people, when you're talking about dunkers, straight up dunkers, this guy was the greatest dunker of all time. But he was just nasty. After he would put on that poster, he's going to put it in your face too, just to let you know, this is my man, Shawn Kemp.
Not the backboard. Alley-oop! Against Purvis Ellison. Gets him off his feet and goes power play to the back. That is a... Oh, wow. It's the sideline. Shawn Kemp. Down with 6 with 5 doubled over to Kemp with 4. Into the air. Turnaround. Kemp is there! Will drive into the lane. Underhand finger roll. Kemp takes it up. Left in this opening period. Look out! Kemp working against Grant, going in strong. Shawn second, the ball to Peyton. Peyton allows it. That is a brilliant basketball play. That is professional. Top to Gill over to Perkins for the 3. No, down the Kemp reversing traffic. 5 to 36. Johnson a jump pass to Kemp inside. Very double team, hook pass over to Shawn. Got a running slide and powers it down. Interception by Kemp. To Peyton. Baseline, Shawn Kemp, a tumble. 4 for 4 time. Yep. Shawn Kemp, the lefty chain. Kemp going behind the back and going. 4 seconds, 3 spins in the lane. Should save that for his next slam dunk appearance. For 3, get out of there, it will. Ball rebounded, tapped away, McMillan to McKee. Up to Gary Payton. Lead pass to Kemp. He'll play it down. Out of the blocks on fire. Kemp with the rebound, but into the Gumpy comes, Gatling swats it away. Kemp powers in. Kemp will run across midcourt, dribbled by Johnson to the gun. Thundering over. Kemp picks Mark Jackson, gets the give and go. He can jump, Barrows. Here's Kemp. Oh, what a big dunk. Fires it cross court. Kemp's got it right up into the alley. Power slam. Tomahawk Sam. Yeah, baby. Into Lister's face. And the Sonics take the lead.
I got 2 left, and I think I'm actually going to save the best for last. But a pretty close second would probably have to be Scary Dude. Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin Blake Griffin, he's still playing. He's with my Celtics, and I love it. I mean, I'm even going to throw a Celtics dunk in there. But I'll tell you what, Blake Griffin's dunks, this is the other guy who creates his own lanes, right? Between Shaq and Blake, I mean, you don't want to be in their way. These guys, and there's a lot of guys that could do it, but not did it consistently, and not did it to the point where when they enter your building, that's all you think about is this guy. But that's what Blake did. When Blake entered the building, especially in his prime, when Blake entered the building, people went, damn, we're about to be put on a poster. And they were.
Griffin hard to the goal. Slammed up. Oh, real high. He's fouled. A look at determination in the face of Blake Griffin.
They're all square with the house here in this first quarter. Griffin right of the circle, picked up by Lillard, trying to shine a spotlight on the mismatch as he backs him down, runs him over to the house.
It's set and Griffin, the poster on. Uh-oh, by himself. Boy, you head to Bledsoe, the lob, the game.
Blazers won, and on cue, Griffin with his first NBA basket on the lob.
You lead the break. You get it back. They're fun to watch.
Ralph, come on. His armpit was at the rim.
Clippers get a rebound. Here's Matt Barnes off the glass.
Leads it by 3.
Griffin, the monster jam.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Ranger for 3. Yeah, and he had it.
Very caution. Third meeting of the year between them.
Leaks out. Look out, Griffin. The toe.
Calls on Williams. Good idea.
The slam with the right. Wow. Finally, the Clippers get home.
He's been doing that a lot. It's been the prettiest game. Crawford just strips J.R. Smith, who's had a rough afternoon.
Alley-oop to Griffin.
The other way come the Clippers. Crawford to Blake Griffin. Bench, 10 points.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
That's it back.
Slam.
Hitting me.
The kids are starters.
Oh, what a move. What a spin and what a...
For the screen. Two-man game. Blake Griffin explodes on Gasol.
Griffin, will drive. Hits back. You can't be that way all the time. Oh, the throwdown for Griffin. The Griffin screen, pick, roll.
Slam dunk. Oh, me, oh, my, what a play.
Physical game.
Oh, me, oh, my.
Griffin.
All right, so if y'all been paying attention, you know that I started out by saying MJ's name, and he is not on this list because MJ was a flashy dunker, but you could expect an all-around game from that guy. He was going to score from left, right, here, or there, but you weren't going to say it's a guaranteed night where he's going to poster somebody. It's a guaranteed night where he's probably going to throw one down, right? Guaranteed. But he didn't guarantee a poster like this guy because this guy guaranteed posters. This is probably the greatest in-game dunker of all time. And between like dunks in games, between him and Shawn Kemp as far as in-game dunks, these guys were the top dogs, man. When Dominique Wilkins is right there, though. Dominique's right there. But I got to give it up to my man, the chart topper, Vince freaking Carter. Oh, Vinsanity.
This one at home. Vince Carter finishing it off. The game was just ridiculous. Able to field the air ball. Carter down the middle. Change direction. Oh, slam! Point scored in the and he absolutely surprised Steven Robinson. Unbelievable. Here's Carter playing.
He's got everybody in this arena.
Devastated. Vince Carter comes ahead of the clock. Showtime. Oh my God.
Throws it down. My goodness.
Second half. Crowd wants another Carter alley-oop, and they get it.
one of the best you will ever.
Strikes Tim Duncan with a little
Carter showing you some.
kid to Carter. Dunk. Are you kidding me? Air Canada, sorry. Here in Moat.
4-on-1 up.
Fans for Vince Carter. With a brilliant dunk. Just took the imaginary ladder. With a sloppy pass. Carter. It's.
Woo! Just look at this spectacular.
All right, y'all. Thanks for sticking around with this one. This was a fun video to do because I got to sit back and watch a ton of basketball clips, and it made me happy. So that's it, man. That's it for this one. I am Donnie all day. Till next video.